Alright, what's going on guys, I'm back at it again in here for another video, and in today's video I will be talking about a couple of things, plus I will be going in full in-depth thoughts pretty much for the next In the Hot Seat Live, which will be January the 21st, right before the Royal Rumble itself, that Wednesday, and that will be also on Simon HD's channel, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Got a lot of stuff planned for that show as well, not only with the stuff that I will be talking about now, but also with things to basically going into the Royal Rumble for 2015 and getting ready for the Rumble. And it's crazy how that's drawing near, and we already are in 2015 and 2014 is now over. So it's going to be able to take some time to digest for 2015 and get used to another new year, and hopefully other big things coming as well, not only for myself but for this channel too as well. And we'll see what happens with that. So the first thing, getting right into that, and that is about with Daniel Bryan returning. I thought it was really awesome to be able to have him officially back now. I know he's been able to not only host Raw but be back here and there, but to have an official return at the Royal Rumble, I think it's really cool. And I was really nervous in that if he's going to be able to wrestle or whatever, so that was still in question for the all of 2014. So now in 2015 we were able to have an answer, and I wasn't too sure what the hell was going to happen, so he left me in shock and awe, and now he was able to announce that he would be able to wrestle in the 2015 Royal Rumble, so that's going to be really cool. And it looks like Daniel Bryan will be in the plans for WrestleMania 31, which, hey, can't go wrong with that. And I think I will be able to say that, safe to say that for Daniel Bryan in 2015, hopefully things will turn around for the better. So we'll see what happens with that. He is actually one of my main picks to win the Royal Rumble as of right now. It is somewhat a little early to say on who I really want to win the Royal Rumble officially, but I never really stick with one pick anyway, since anyone can really have the chance to win the Rumble, and I'll get into that later on for the Hot Seat Live and everything like that, and how I feel about that. But there you have it with that. So Daniel Bryan returning, really awesome and dope to see that. So I thought that was really fucking awesome to hear about. And now getting into the next topic, and that is about with Roman Reigns, and it's been in the way of a touchy subject too as well, because it's crazy on how we were able to talk about which member of the Shield would turn on who, how would they be able to deal with 2015 in their own way. And never really thought Seth Rollins would be the guy to actually turn on the Shield like we've seen before and everything. Now he's doing actually pretty well for himself, and even though he's dealing with Jamie Noble and Jerry Mercury and the rest of the Authority right now. So I do see some interesting things going into 2015 with Seth Rollins, so I haven't really had too much complaints with that at all. Dean Ambrose is doing really fine as a singles competitor right now, so I would like to see other things going for him for 2015, and other feuds going for him as well, maybe win some championships too as well down the line as well for himself. But with Roman Reigns now and with everything, things could be a lot more better. I know he's supposed to be the main guy for WWE at the moment and being pushed right now. So like I said before, I don't really hate the guy. I never really have, so I'm not really going to go on a rant too much about him on how I really feel, but I feel like there could be some tweaks when it comes to his entrance music, and as well having a different catchphrase, and as well change up his ring gear, stuff like that. Those little things I think would be able to help out with Roman Reigns. And as well I was also thinking maybe have him be built up more on shows like SmackDown, and be able to work with those other things as well that can really be able to help improve a lot more. So I think things will slowly but surely be able to change for the better for Roman Reigns, so I wouldn't really say anything else about that. But I feel like just with those little things will go a long way for Roman Reigns in the long run in 2015. If it does go down that way, who knows. I don't really see him for too much winning the Royal Rumble. He is one of my picks, I will say that. There you have it with that, but we'll see what really happens towards the Royal Rumble, and once we actually fully get within the week of the Royal Rumble and actually at the pay-per-view to really see what exactly will happen and what else will be going on for the road to WrestleMania for WrestleMania 31 as well. Also, another thing that I did want to get to touch bases on, and that is with Christian, in the way of a touchy subject. Pretty much for me, of course, you know me by now. Of course, I am a Christian fan. I am a peep. I have been a peep for the longest time now. And, you know, with this, is Christian really retired? You know, it kind of seems that way at the moment as of right now, with him being able to deal with concussions and everything. They were able to announce it recently once Edge and Christian were able to host Raw and SmackDown and WWE for the week, which is really awesome. That actually made my week that week, so it was really cool to see them both together again. And, you know, I think that would have been the perfect time too, especially with the whole lawsuit that they were able to have on SmackDown, where Edge didn't like what Seth Rollins was able to pursue on basically trying to take him out with the curb stomp, and actually had the authority be brought back and everything with that whole deal. So I think that would have been fun to have Christian come back, maybe return at the Royal Rumble, and do some things and have a final run and have a better closing out, if you will. So in a way, I kind of feel like it is a storyline at the same time, but you never really know when it comes down to it. So it's kind of up in the air and still questionable at this point. But if you ask me, as a fan of Christian, and I kind of think of it as this way, he is retired and basically going to do the pre-shows and things like that, help out with young talent, things like that. You know, I did enjoy too the singles run that they did have in WWE. His really great stuff too were in TNA, so I enjoyed both as well. And of course, with him being with Edge as well as a tag team, very successful too. Had really great moments and stuff like that for me to be able to look upon on, whether it be him in a tag team or a singles run, things like that. So, you know, it does kind of suck to see that it looks like he is most likely retired, but I'll leave that up to you guys. And do you think it's all part of a storyline, or do you see him coming back for one last one? What would you like to see out of Christian? Definitely feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that, and that's been something that's been going on in my mind and been wanting to talk about that for quite some time. And not only that, I was able to check out WrestleKingdom 9, a part of Global Force Wrestling, and to see that it was actually something really different, unique, and actually felt fresh and something new. I haven't really seen too much of New Japan Pro Wrestling, but it made me want to see more. So what I've seen, you know, it was actually really cool. I know not a lot of people like to actually see that type of stuff and really deal with mainstream wrestling on a weekly basis as it is, so I do understand that, and whether it be due to work or it's kind of hard to actually keep up with, but I do suggest it, and if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. It's really cool. It was really nice seeing guys like AJ Styles, Shelton Benjamin, Chris Sabin, just to name a few on the show, and as well as some of the Japanese wrestlers too, who actually gave their all there. And it was really nice to see Jim Ross and Matt Striker call the action, and in a way it was like their WrestleMania for WrestleKingdom 9, and it felt something different. So I want to say, I think it was a 4-hour show, something like that, so it's not like we're used to that already, because we are with seeing WrestleMania for 4 hours. So I do suggest watching it in parts, and it's like an hour each, separated to I think on the wrestling channel .net or .com. I'm not really too familiar with the website since I just found it, so definitely do check it out when you can, and yeah, it's definitely going to be worth it, I think. So I will touch bases with that too more on in the Hot Seat Live, so definitely be a part of that show. It's going to be a takeover night basically for that event as well, so be on the lookout for that. I'll try and actually put it on this channel. I'm not too sure how I'm going to be able to do that on that, but we'll see what happens with that. But definitely be on the lookout, and it's going to be one hell of a show as always, so feel free to join me as well as the rest on that show as well. So with that being said, feel free to leave your thoughts down below on what I talked about, and until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whatever the hell that may be. Peace.